Hello YouTube. I've been thinking for a while of ideas for new videos to do, but I'm doing a Blu-ray collection update here. Well, not really an update, to a revised collection, because this is my entire collection here. I've been thinking of better stuff to do, and I can't really think of anything. I'm a bit out of video ideas, so I'm doing this today, and I should be bringing you more videos over the next few weeks, because I've not got much to do. I'm off school, and I've got basically fuck all to do for the next 3 weeks or so. So I will be bringing you more videos for the next few weeks. Should be like, I'm trying to work out new stuff. I'll be going outside filming more, but look forward to that. For now, here's my Blu-rays. I'll go through them all. This is probably going to end up being another bloody 40-minute video or something stupid. So I'll try and speed it up, but be aware of running time of the video. Here, first title is A Turtle's Tale: Sammy's Adventures in shell-shocking 3D. I saw this in the cinema twice, once in 2D, once in 3D. It's quite a good film, quite a nice, charming little animation. But the 3D effects in the cinema were absolutely amazing. I mean, probably the best 3D I've ever seen. You are meant to get glasses with it, but I think I threw them in a bin because they're a bit shit. This Blu-ray comes with the red and blue type glasses. I don't think I mentioned it on the cover, but it does. And also the second disc has the proper 3D TV version, but I don't have a 3D telly, so I can't try that out. But yeah, if you have a 3D telly, and if this Blu-ray is as good as the cinema 3D was, then definitely very good, worth watching in 3D. The next film is Persepolis, which is a French animation. I've not actually seen this yet. I got it for quite cheap about 2 weeks ago from CX in Liverpool. Here's the receipt. And I haven't watched it. From what I've heard, it's meant to be quite good, so I'll watch this over the next few nights. Next is a double pack of Ghost in the Shell 2.0 and Ghost in the Shell Innocence. The first film, Ghost in the Shell, is probably one of my favourite films of all time. It's really good Japanese animation. The sequel wasn't anywhere near as good. It's alright, but it's a bit boring. It goes on for bloody ages, not really much interesting happens. First one's definitely worth watching if you're a fan of anime. I don't really like the 2.0 version. Basically what happened is, for like the 15th anniversary or something, they remastered it and put some CGI elements into it, and personally I don't think it looks quite as good as the original, purely hand-drawn animated version. But this Blu-ray does include both versions, so it's all good. Next film is Professor Layton and the Eternal Diva, based on the Nintendo DS game, as it says down there. It's quite a good film. I do like the DS games of Professor Layton. I mean, they're quite annoying at times, but I do like them. The film's not bad if you're into the games. If you don't like the Professor Layton games, then you're probably not going to like the film, because it's very similar in style. Voice acting is quite good. I think we actually got the English dub of the film before the USA did, so that's something to boast about. It is Blood the Last Vampire, the animated version. They made a live action version a couple of years ago, which was an utter pile of shit. The animated version is very good. Done by the same animation studio that did Ghost in the Shell, I think. So worth watching. It's not very long. It's only 14 minutes, so it's quite a short film, but yeah, worth watching if you find it cheap. Next we have more anime, Shigaruri Death Frenzy, which is a TV series that goes for 13 episodes, I think. Comes with 2 discs. Obviously, as you can probably tell from the title and the cover, it's a very gory, violent series. One downside to it is that when they're not fighting and killing each other, the plot and character development and stuff is a bit crap. There's not really much in the way of stuff. None of the characters are very interesting. I probably wouldn't recommend this series to anyone unless they found it for like really cheap. The gore obviously is very good. It's called Death Frenzy, so what do you expect? So if you want violence, a lot of violence, then probably, yeah, watch this, but it's not too good. A bit mixed on that. Next we have Eden of the East, the complete series. A very good anime series, this. 11 episodes again, very short series. But if you're into anime, definitely worth checking this out. I think there are actually 2 films based on the series as well that they have released in the UK, but I don't have them, so might check them out sometime. Moving away from the anime and back onto American animation, Happy Feet 2, the triple play edition. I didn't really like Happy Feet 2 when I saw it on the cinema. It was a bit disappointing, but I've watched it since on Blu-ray, and it's better than I thought it was on the cinema. So it's still not as good as the first one though. The first one is here. The original one comes with a Christmas themed slipcase. This is personally one of my favourite non-Pixar CGI films. A lot of people hated it because it had like an environmental message, but I didn't really care about that. Good film. And another very good CGI film is Legend of the Guardians: The Owls of Ga'Hoole, which is done by the same company that did Happy Feet, the same animation company, and directed by the guy who did 300 and Sucker Punch. The animation quality in this is absolutely superb, looks amazing on Blu-ray, and the film is very good as well. Didn't do very well on the cinema. It made about tenner on the box office. Didn't do very well at all, but should have done better. Next is Batman Gotham Knight, animated set of short films based on Batman universe, I think. I haven't watched this yet. I got this for cheap last week, I think, from a new shop that opened in Liverpool. So I'm looking forward to seeing this because I've heard good things about it, but I haven't watched it yet, so I can't really give a review on it. Next is the Polar Express, presented in 3D, with a nice 3D sort of cover here. This isn't actually true 3D, it's red and blue crappy 3D. It's not compatible with 3D tellies, you won't get a 3D image out of that. But I got this as a Christmas present, I think. I do like the Polar Express. It's not one of my favourite Christmas films, but it's a good film, worth watching. Next is the BBC short film The Gruffalo's Child, the sequel to the first one, obviously. They haven't actually released the first one on Blu-ray though, which is a bit stupid, because I've got the first one on DVD, but they should really release both of them on Blu-ray just for the sake of collection. But this is good short, about 25 minutes long. It was shown on BBC One last Christmas, I think. Yeah, quite good. Next is Fantastic Mr. Fox, the Wes Anderson stop motion animation. I enjoyed this in the cinema. I don't think I've actually watched it since I got this on Blu-ray. I think I got it on Blu-ray for quite cheap about a few months ago, I think. I don't think I've actually rewatched it. I remember liking it when it was on the cinema, but I can't really remember much about it, so I'll give this another watch soon. Next we have Family Guy, Something Dark Side, which is the second Star Wars parody special. This comes in a triple play edition, which is a bit stupid because it's literally one episode of a TV series. The 52 minutes, they charged about 20 quid for this when it came out, which isn't worth paying. I got it for about 6 quid, I think, which is alright. And unfortunately my copy didn't come with the digital copy because the code had already been used, so that's helpful. Next we've got the Ice Age trilogy. We've got Ice Age 3 Dawn of the Dinosaurs, Ice Age 2 The Meltdown, and Ice Age 1. I did very like Ice Age 1. It's probably one of my favourite CGI films of the past decade or so. Ice Age 2, also very good, not as good as the first one, I don't think. Ice Age 3 was a bit shit. They basically took everything that was good about the first two, removed it and amplified the bad stuff. So if you haven't seen the first two, definitely worth watching. Third one, give it a miss. Continental Drift comes out in, I think it's next week that comes out, so I'm sort of looking forward to that now really, because it might be shit, might be good. I don't know, a bit mixed, I'll see it when it comes out. Next is Akira, the collector's edition steelbook, which comes with Blu-ray, DVD and 32-page booklet. Very nice sort of steelbook art here. If I can get out of the thing. And obviously the collector's booklet, very nice sort of information on the making of the film, and nice artwork in there as well. A lot of people say this is the best anime film ever made. I don't think it is, but it's definitely a very good film, worth watching. Next is The Tale of Despero. This is one of the first Blu-rays that I ever got, I think. I showed this in my last collection video probably. Looks good on Blu-ray. Film is quite good. So it's quite boring at times, but worth watching if you're a fan of animation. Next is another animation. I don't think I've come to one live action film yet, but this is all animation stuff. Waltz with Bashir, which is a really weird sort of like foreign animation about war. It's a bit arty farty. A lot of people won't like it. I liked it. I thought it was alright, but I probably wouldn't watch it again because it's good, but it's not really worth watching again. Next we have Kung Fu Panda 2. I don't have Kung Fu Panda 1 because that's for some reason quite expensive still, but Kung Fu Panda 2 Triple Play Edition. I personally quite like this. I thought this was better than the first one. A lot of people didn't, but I prefer this. What's it come with? Blu-ray and DVD, and must come with a digital copy. Digital copies in the DVD, that's a bit confusing. Next is my personal favourite DreamWorks film, How to Train Your Dragon. Double play because they couldn't be asked giving you a digital copy. I saw this on IMAX, well not proper IMAX, crappy IMAX, the Odeon IMAX. And a really good film. As I said, my favourite DreamWorks film ever. It's just great, like perfect family film, as it says there. Thank you, Daily Mirror. It's great. Watch it if you haven't seen it. I think everyone in the world's probably seen it. It did quite well in the cinema, but if you haven't seen it, give it a watch. And next we have Madagascar, the first one. Everyone's seen this, obviously. Very successful film. I haven't actually seen the sequel, Escape to Africa, which has got I've been meaning to watch it since it came out, but I've never seen the sequel. I really enjoyed the first Madagascar. And the third one comes out in October, I think it is, in the UK, even though it's already out in America, so that's a bit stupid. Now we finally get to a live action film, Kill List, which is a really weird horror film, British horror film. I saw in the cinema, and it didn't do very well in the cinema. It's quite a limited release, but it's really unbelievably weird. It just makes no fucking sense at all. It's like at the start it's like a fairly boring sort of drama talky thing, then it starts to get into like action sort of thriller, and then in the last 10 minutes it just completely fucks with the system and turns into one of the weirdest horrors I've ever seen in my life. It's just, you have to see it to actually get a proper like opinion of it. It comes with Blu-ray and a DVD, but one of my mates has lent the DVD about 6 weeks ago. Probably still hasn't fucking watched it. Next is another limited edition steelbook, The Expendables Bulletproof Limited Edition 3-disc collector's set. This is quite notable in that it's the only way you can get Inferno, the making of The Expendables, in the UK. It wasn't released on any of the other DVD or Blu-ray sets, so that's quite a rarity. Behind it you can see the DVD, the cut 15 certificate version. The Blu-ray is the only place you can find the 18 certificate uncut version, which contains a full 3/4 of a second longer. Next is Chris Morris's Four Lions. Very funny film, but I don't understand the packaging behind this. There's no like information or like plot or anything. There's just pictures, the BBFC classifications, and it comes in this fold-out book packaging. And the disc just slides out of that. Again, there's nothing on disc, not even a title put on disc. I don't understand the packaging, really. Yeah, good film, rubbish packaging. Next is Final Destination 5, Triple Play. I love this film. I think it's by far the best Final Destination. I think in order of Final Destinations, from best to worst, it goes 5, 1, 3, 2, 4, so it's a bit confusing, but yeah, this is the 5th one, by far the best. I think it had the most inventive deaths, the most interesting characters, had the best sense of humour. I think it was a lot funnier than the others. The 3D in it was really good in the cinema as well, so yeah, worth watching. Next is a fairly recent release, Iron Sky, HMV exclusive, stickers coming off for some reason. HMV exclusive, you get a 32-page production booklet with it, and This is quite a good film. A lot of people don't like it because it's a bit stupid. Obviously, it's meant to be a parody film. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, as I was saying, it's meant to be stupid. So it's if you like sort of parody films, parody sort of films, then you probably like this. And it does come with a nice production booklet on the making of the film and all the companies that are involved and stuff. So that's worth giving a read as well. Next is Liam Neeson in Unknown, double play. This is quite a good film. As it says there, fans of Taken are going to love this. It's quite similar to Taken in some aspects, but I thought it was a bit too long, which is odd because it's only like say 113 minutes. It's not actually that long, but it does feel like it goes on for fucking ages. And there's a long stretch where not much really happens that's interesting, but worth giving a watch. Rent it, I'd say. Next we have RoboCop trilogy, RoboCop 2, 1, 2 and 3. Personally, I think the original RoboCop is possibly the best film ever made. Absolutely fantastic. Definitely watch it if you haven't. RoboCop 2 was nowhere near as good as the first one, but it's still quite a good film. It's worth watching. It's a lot more funny. It's a lot more humorous than the first one is. It's worth watching if you like the first one. Don't expect much from it though. RoboCop 3 is generally one of the worst piles of shit I've ever seen in my life. Absolutely bloody terrible. Do not watch it under any circumstances. Absolute disgrace to the franchise. Next is the BBC Three TV series Mongols, Series 1. There were 2 series of this that aired on TV, but they never released a second series on DVD or Blu-ray, and they probably never will, so they're just complete bastards, aren't they? 2 discs, very funny series if you haven't seen it. Again, opinion on this was mixed. A lot of people said it was shit. I thought it's probably one of the best BBC Three series I've ever had. Unfortunately, they axed it to make way for bloody Snog, Marry, Avoid and other shit like that, so not very intelligent controllers of BBC Three. Next we're getting on to the Disney stuff, Disney Pixar stuff. Ratatouille and Pixar Short Films Collection, limited edition 2-disc set. Obviously short films, very funny. That comes with all of them up to, I can't remember what the most recent one that's on that is, but comes with most of the short films that Pixar have done. It's obviously very funny, some of the best short films around, and Ratatouille obviously a very good film as well, one of my favourite Pixars. I think everyone's probably seen them. Everyone's seen every Pixar, haven't they? Next we have Tangled 3D. This is an American Blu-ray, Region 8, well ABC, but I bought this from America. I bought this from the Toys R Us in Times Square, New York. Comes with 4 discs, the 3D Blu-ray, 2D Blu-ray, DVD digital copy, and a very nice 3D cover here. I love this film. It's probably one of the best Disney CGI films. I don't normally like Disney CGI films. I didn't like Chicken Little. I didn't like Meet the Robinsons that much. But I do like this, the back to form on for Disney CGI. Next we have a hand-drawn Disney film, Princess and the Frog. This is a return to 2D animation for them after a few CGI films. Didn't do as well as they'd hoped, so they're probably not going to do many non-CGI films in the future, but I thought this was quite good. Not one of the best Disney films of all time, but worth giving a watch if you're a Disney fan. Next we have a classic, The Lion King. This is the trilogy box set, which comes in nice sort of pseudo wood sort of packaging. I think they've re-released this now in crapper plastic packaging, but I got the original set. Comes off like this, and you've got Lion King Diamond Edition, Lion King 2, Simba's Pride, and Lion King 3, Hakuna Matata. Lion King, obviously one of the best Disney films ever, absolute classic. Lion King 2, one of the better Disney sequels. I thought Lion King 2 definitely a worthy sequel to the first one, really worth watching. Lion King 3 was a bit crap, don't bother watching that. Next we have Beauty and the Beast, double play Diamond Edition. They released this in 3D since, I think, on Blu-ray, and they released it in the cinema as well, obviously. But this is just the 2D edition. A lot of people say that this is one of the best Disney films. I'm not too sure. it's a good film, like, don't get me wrong, but it's not amazing or anything. Didn't blow me away when I first saw it. I remember absolutely hating it as a kid, so it doesn't really bode well for my opinion of it. Yeah, not quite the best, but worth watching. Next, we have a new release, The Fox and the Hound, which came out about a few weeks ago, I think. Very good film, one of my favourite Disneys, probably in my top 5 Disneys. Pretty shit Blu-ray release, it's pretty much no special features at all, and it's quite expensive, it cost me about 15 quid, so a bit disappointed on the Blu-ray front, but a very good film. Next is another American one, Region ABC again, Alice in Wonderland, the 60th anniversary edition. It comes in Blu-ray and DVD. I haven't actually watched this on Blu-ray yet. Even though I've had the Blu-ray for like over a year, I haven't actually checked it to see how good the picture quality or anything is. So I remember really liking the film when I was younger. I haven't seen it in a while, so I'll give this a watch sometime. Next, we have Bambi 2 Special Edition and Bambi Diamond Edition, obviously. Both very good films. Bambi 2 probably the only really good Disney sequel other than The Lion King 2, which you talked about there. Really good animation. I think this was actually released in the cinema in the UK, as opposed to most other Disney sequels was in straight to video. So yeah, definitely worth watching. And obviously the original film, easily the best Disney film ever, I think. One of my favourite films of all time. Beautiful animation, beautiful music. A bit short, only runs like just over an hour, but it's just an amazing film. Yeah, definitely worth watching if you haven't seen them. And next is Fantasia, obviously the arty-farty side of the Disney canon, and sequel Fantasia 2000. This is a double pack. A lot of people love Fantasia. I think it's one of the best films ever made and stuff. I'd like it, but it's not. I wouldn't watch it more than once. Like, it's basically just a really long music video with weird animation in it. It's really weird, really nonsensical, and quite boring at times. Good film, really good on Blu-ray, great picture and sound quality, obviously, but it's not one of my favourites. And next we have Dumbo, the 70th anniversary edition. This was the first Disney Blu-ray that I got. Animation is very good, obviously, as standard for Disney Blu-rays. Sound quality is very good. Again, it's a bit what do you call it, lackluster on the special features front. Not much on here, but nice slipcover, worth getting if you like the film. Next we have another Disney, the one that started it all, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the very first Diamond edition that came out, which I think is out of print now, so this is going to get quite rare and expensive over the next few years. Sorry. Lots of special features on this, lots of like featurettes on Walt Disney and the original animation studio that produced it in the 30s. So really interesting. I think I actually like the special features on this more than I do the film. Actually, I do like the film, but it's not great. Bit boring at times. I've said that for a lot of films, like, but yeah, the special features on this are really good though, worth getting just for the extras. Come to the end of this pile now. Open Season and Surf's Up, both films from Sony Pictures Animation. They're both very good films. I remember seeing both of these on the cinema and loving them when they first came out. They both look very good on Blu-ray, obviously. Sony titles generally do look really good on Blu-ray, because obviously Sony are one of the biggest players in the Blu-ray player trade, so their titles are going to look the best. So yeah, worth a watch. Coming to the end of this pile now, we've got Studio Ghibli's Ponyo. This is directed by Spirited Away director Hayao Miyazaki. Not one of his best. I think his best is can't remember. It's a hard choice. I don't think it's Spirited Away. I don't really like Spirited Away. I do like Ponyo. I think this is better than Spirited Away was. But worth watching if you're a fan of Studio Ghibli's films. Obviously they're quite a unique sort of animation company. The films have a sort of unique feel to them, so give them a try, see if I like it. Basically what I'm going to do now is the bloody video is already nearly half an hour long, so I'm going to do these in a separate video. I'm going to do a part 1 and a part 2, just to make it slightly easier chunks to watch. So look out for part 2 coming soon.